Hi guys, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. How are you guys? Happy Monday. Had to redo my iPad this morning. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. So, had to restart it to get connected with Facebook. I have a little addition to my wardrobe this morning. Yeah. Ever since I fell, remember I fell at the craft show teardown a week and a couple days ago. My thumb had pain, and I was like, well, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. It hadn't gone away, so I had a phone consult last night with a hand therapist, my sister. And she said, "Go ahead and use a splint." I taped it last night, and then I ordered a splint. I was able to get this from Amazon overnight. So I'm gonna try this to rest my thumb. She said I need to rest my thumb, so it's gonna hold my thumb straight so that I'm not using my thumb. But I'm left-handed, so I can still paint. No worries about that. Anyways, I'm gonna have a little learning curve right here, not being able to use all of my hand, but it will be fine, guys. So we'll work it out. It might even get painted because you know how I am. You know how messy I am. By the end of this week, we're gonna have multiple colors on this. I guarantee it because I am just messy. So, how are you guys? Happy Monday. I posted a gorgeous picture of the sunrise. I went outside this morning to grab this from the front porch and I had to stop and take a picture. It was just so pretty. So, hope you all are having a fabulous day wherever you are. It is only 6:48 this morning here, so it is still morning. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this shared over to VIP group and then we'll get started. This project was one that I started painting. My granddaughter base coated for me, and I didn't get it done for my craft show. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna make one for you guys. I did one. I got one done for my craft show, but that was it, and it sold right away. So I have a few others to finish painting up, and I thought, you know what? We'll just do one here and then I'll do the others. I'll actually try to get them done for my sale tomorrow night because all I have to do is like the little details on here. Chloe's here somewhere. Chloe, where are you? Are you underneath? Let me let me see who's here. Hi Deb, how are you? Hi Tony. Hi Doris. Can you believe it came overnight? I told you it probably would. We have an Amazon warehouse that is like within 20 minutes of my house. So we can get a lot of things that are in stock, like these are batteries, my Christmas lights that I ordered for the craft show. I got those within hours. It's kind of nice, kind of nice. Hi Betty, how are you? Hi Bridget. Hi Vicky. Good morning, Darlene. Hi Janine. Hi Carrie. Good morning, Tony. Hi Chris. So my thumb will be fine. It just needs some rest. So I thought that it would just get better in time, and my sister said it needs to rest. And so being held in this position and not being allowed to bend will be a good thing. I also have the tape. She showed me how to tape that with the K tape. So if this gets to be too annoying or too restricting, I'll use the K tape, and that seemed to help last night. So, hi Sylvia, how are you? Good morning. Let me go ahead. My cameras. I had to redo cameras this morning. Hi Cheryl, how are you? Let me go ahead and put you down to the project. It's pre-painted. So this is one that I had ready to go. I just didn't get it all the way done for my craft shows, but we're going to finish one and I will get some of them done for the sale tomorrow night. I think I have three more that are all base coated. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll post the kit, but I'll also have these for sale. So, yeah, something is on my glasses are on my nose. Oh my goodness. Do you ever get that where it's like, what is that glare? It's just me. Hi, Karen Ross. Hi, Mary Lee. Oh, I fell. So, with my hand, I fell when I tore down for my craft show a week and 2 days ago. So I fell in the parking lot. That's all. Not a big deal. But I stopped myself with my hand. So so evidently, well, I was just kind of giving it time, thinking it's going to be fine. And my sister is a hand therapist. She is a CHT, a certified hand therapist, one of the best in the whole country. And she told me what to do. So, anyways, guys, it will be fine. I'm just giving my hand a little bit of a break. So we're going to be painting this. This will be less painting for me. I might have some easier projects the next couple of days for you guys and have them already base coated. So I'll tell you colors in a moment. I'm trying to get myself up in the corner. It's just a little restricting. Just a little restricting on my hand. That's all. So all it does is this holds my thumb straight so that I don't bend it right now. And the rest of it I can still use it. But right here, this joint that's right here is what we determined last night through a phone consultation that it is either strained or a little damaged. So anyways, guys, we're going to be fine. I'll be fine. Okay. All right. So Santa is painted with red. Oh, I do need to grab a red color. I don't know what color she used. So I do need a red color though for this, because the We Believe is going to be different colors. It's going to be red, green, and yellow. I just told her, I said base coat it all in yellow. So my yellow is True Ochre. My red, let's just call it Country Red. And then the green that we used is Jubilee Green. We used to buy these by the cases because we would do our Christmas trees this color. And then we have Warm Beige for the hands and nose. White, of course. And the brown is probably milk chocolate watered down. Okay, it looks like it. And then our golden, our honey brown. Okay, so those are the colors that she used. What I'm going to do the face. So first I'm going to do the face, and we need to do cheekies and eyes. So I have my little cheeky thing. Hi Sarah, how are you? Hi Elizabeth. Hi Carol. Hi Laura. I have a little addition to my wardrobe. It will be fine. It's nothing too terrible. Just needs a little bit of a rest. So, you know, when you fall, you just kind of put your hand out. I mean, gosh, you don't want to fall on your face, right? So I put my hand out. I went down onto my knees. It wasn't even a hard fall. It was like, oh, I'm falling. It wasn't like a really serious hard fall. Anyways, I just had my hand out. So anyways, that's what helped break my fall. So my thumb has been hurting. And I just, I thought it would heal on its own, but I guess not. So I'm going to give it a little bit of help. All right. Hi, Carmar. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Okay, I'm going to take these off. So we know where the cheekies go and the eyeballs go. So cheekies are going to go right in here. And it's already scored so that you know where it goes. Okay, so I had my granddaughter just paint that area with the Warm Beige. And I know where to put my cheeks. I'm going to use one of these little things right here. Let me grab a palette dish out of my drawer, if I have one. If I don't, then I'll use, I have a ton of these. So these are fine to use. I have a whole bunch of these guys. So I guess I didn't grab extra palette dishes. No. Oh, there's one. There's one. Okay. We're good. We're good to go. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Happy Monday. So this was pre-base coated. You didn't miss anything. I actually had to start a little bit later because I had to restart things. Typical Monday, things don't want to work, and it's okay. It's okay. So I never panic. I always know I can go live directly from Facebook if I have to. It didn't want to connect with Switcher Studios, which I love using Switcher Studios so I can use different cameras. But if I had to, I could just go from the front view with Facebook. Okay, so this color here is Peony Pink. Or Peony Pink, whichever you want to call it. So this little sponge thing, you get these in the area where there are stencils at your craft store. There was a whole bunch of different sizes. They're just little pouncer things. And I'm going to do the cheekies. So the cheeks are kind of going to be hanging off the side of where the, like the face. So halfway off, let me just show you. See where the line is? Can you see the line? Maybe if I turn it a certain way. So you don't want all of the cheek to show. You want part of it to show. It's just kind of peeking through. And then I'm going to do eyeballs. Okay, so we're going to do fairly large eyeballs. There's not a lot of painting on this one. Kind of did that on purpose so that I don't have as much to do. But we do have to paint the words. So we'll have that. Let me go ahead and put eyeballs. Thanks for sprinkling. Hi, Julie. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I got so many things done last night. I'm so happy about it. Oh my gosh, guys. So many orders. There are at least 100 orders waiting to go out. Maybe 120 orders. And my postman is not going to be happy because we will also have the orders that we get ready once I get in there and start working again this morning. Okay, so all I did was dip the end of a paintbrush. You need to have one that's rounded. Okay, so a lot of the paintbrushes nowadays are slanted like that. I save some of these older ones that have the round end and make sure that I can use those for eyes. Okay, let's dry this. And we probably will put a little white highlight in there before we're all done. But let's try to get this a little bit dry. We're going to move on. We'll just dry a little bit, and then we'll move on to getting the words done. So, how are you, Donna? Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. It's just started. My day is going good so far. Nothing's ruined it yet. Not even having to restart my cameras and my iPads. It's a part of the whole thing, you know? I don't panic. I just do it. I know that it's going to take time. Okay, I'm going to put that up there. We'll dry it a little bit more in a minute. I need to make sure that I'm not drying it too fast or it'll bubble up. Okay, so the We Believe is going to be different colors. Okay, I had my granddaughter base coat it so that it was all yellow because you can easily paint over yellow. Okay, so I'm going to do red and green on there. So I'll do every other letter, not every other, every third letter. So we'll be doing red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. Okay, so we'll do a pattern, and I am just gonna, you know what, I'm gonna tape it down because, or should I not tape it down? Probably shouldn't tape it down because I'm gonna be moving it a little bit. All right, so this one, so we'll do all the red and then we'll dry. There is score marks, okay? Just so if you're wondering, there are score marks to help you. And I'm not doing a great job with this. I can see I already painted my table. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. Darlene's messy. Like I said, my brace is going to have paint on it before the end of the week. It's going to be multicolored. I just know it. So it will be fine though. Okay, let me just get a paper towel and wipe that. I'm going to try not to do that. Okay, so red, green, yellow. Okay, so this E is going to be red. You're going to hear me saying that. I'm going to say it out loud. I usually do. Even when nobody's here, I still say the order red. I would say red, green, yellow, because I have to remind myself what order the colors go in. Okay, so it's going to be a pattern. Okay, so red, green, yellow. Okay, so if this one's red, then green, yellow, and then red again. So this E is also red. Okay, and then no more. Okay, so we'll kind of dry this and then we can do the green. And if I have to put a second coat of the red, I will. I know sometimes you have to put a second coat because you're painting over a color, and that's fine. You know, guys, don't worry about that. Don't stress. All right, so there's that. Okay, let me just dry really quickly. So let me dry this. I'll probably have a couple of projects that I have pre-painted so that it's not as much work and for you to watch too. So I just have lots of fun projects. I actually am already planning spring. So I already have some Valentine's projects on the horizon. but I don't want to give them to you yet. I I might give you a sneak peek of things that are coming so that you know what's coming. But I want to wait. I want us to let's enjoy Christmas. Let's enjoy Christmas and try not to rush things. So I know as a crafter we have to prepare and get things done ahead of time. So let's see. I'm trying to look and see. This one might be the best one. So we will be working on Valentine's at some point this month, but not for a little bit. I have some great designs coming up, but guys, let's enjoy Christmas. Let's enjoy Christmas for just a few more weeks. But I'll give you a sneak peek of some fun things coming up. And we're going to be changing out up the kits as soon as okay. So we're going to be doing this kit for this month will be the last one in the series of the drop-in frame. That is we have like all the months, the drop-in frames. We will probably occasionally do some more signs to go in there, but this will be the last month. It'll finish out all the months that we had. So this one will be a January one. I'll be doing that soon. And then our kit in January will be new. It'll be different. So it will just be other projects that you'll love. And so I'm thinking of including some of the February Valentine's stuff in there because it will be time at that point to start doing our Valentine's stuff. Okay, so red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green. Okay, see how I have to do that? All right, anybody have anything planned today? It's a Monday. I don't do a lot on a Monday. Notice I didn't do my sale on a Monday. My sale of finished product is going to be tomorrow night, and it'll be at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, which means 6 o'clock Mountain time, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So that'll be finished product. So that will be tomorrow night, and there's a decent amount. Okay, I'm going to put a second coat of red. As soon as I get the green done, I'll put a second coat of red. Oh, Terry, have a great day. Hope work is good to you. I have a full day of work too. It's a lot. I know. Okay, let me get the eyes just a little bit since I'm doing this. I'll just get a little bit on the eyes. So it's the first of the month. So for people that do bookkeeping, you know the first of the month always brings, well, usually brings balancing the checkbook, paying certain bills because you do the end of the month stuff. So it's the beginning of the month, so you do the end of last month's taxes and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I get to do today is start working on all of that stuff. And I am grateful. I'm so grateful to have a job that's flexible. They're so good to me, guys. There aren't too many businesses that would let you take off almost the entire month of November. And you know, I would catch up on the days that I was in, so I'd be in like a day or 2 days each week. And I'd catch up and then be gone again. There are not too many companies that would allow you to do that. But they are just so good to me. And in February, I will have been with them for 20 years. It's gone by really quickly. I worked for them. We moved to New Mexico in 2003, and it's kind of an interesting story. You have plans to move today. Oh, you're moving today. Oh, that's awesome. Hope it all goes well for you. That's great. So in 2003, we moved from this street that I'm on now. We moved from Lakeside, California to Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So my husband had a job that was all set up from a friend that he worked for from a previous boss, and we had gone over there and we looked at houses and we found a house, and it was going to be a great thing. So we had everything set up. He was supposed to work, and I was going to stay home and be able to craft and take care of my granddaughter. My daughter moved over there with us, and everything was going to be wonderful. Darlene was going to stay home and craft and take care of the grandbaby. Who wouldn't want to do that? Well, the day our moving trucks pulled up to pack everything, our house was already sold here. We were living in a trailer on the side yard. Our house was tented because they have to tent for termites, and we were getting ready because things were in the garage. They had just taken the tent off, and the moving trucks pulled up, and my husband gets a call that he doesn't have a job over there. So he calls me at work because I worked right up until the day that we left. I worked, and he calls me, and I'm like, don't pack my stuff. I'm not going. I am not going if you don't have a job, because this was the deal. Well, I still ended up going. I wasn't happy. I had to get a job right away. Being a bookkeeper, you can find a job really easily, especially if you're a good bookkeeper. And I was, and I had a great resume. So I got over there. I'm going to put a second coat on the green too. I got over there. I got a job right away. My daughter was supposed to have a job lined up. That didn't work out. So, my husband tried for months to get a job. It took him a long time. So I was the only one working. My first job, it didn't work out. The people were snakes. They really were not good people. And so I wasn't going to work for somebody like that. So I quit that job, and I found this other job that I'm working for now. So anyways, I found this job in February 2024. 2004. And I worked in their office for them. And we stayed in New Mexico for a while, but my husband wasn't feeling well. He wasn't doing well over there. He wasn't thriving health-wise. And he would tell me that that he had these weird feelings in his heart, and that it was doing a weird beat. And one day it just stayed, and it wouldn't convert back. So he ended up going to the hospital, to the ER, and found out he had AFib, and then got the consult with a cardiologist who told him that his AFib was caused by elevation, and that he could not stay there. He couldn't remain at that elevation, because it had been months and months, and if his heart hadn't converted, his heart should have gotten used to the elevation within a few weeks. They said he would never get used to it, and he would always be in and out of AFib continually. So we started looking to sell our house, and that's how we got back here. We came right back here to the same street that we've lived on for. We had lived on this street for many, many years, and we found a house. A friend of ours was selling their house. It keeps bubbling up. I'm being too impatient. Was selling their house on the street, and had already built a new house and needed to get out of it right away. We were so lucky. We just jumped right in. We're able to get a great deal, be back on the same street. We're down the street about, 5 houses from where we used to live, maybe 6 houses. Anyways, we love it here. It's a great area for us. And I was able to still keep working for the company that I worked for over there. Okay, so for some reason, the red is a lot closer to this color than I'd like it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline these with my white to make it, or maybe I should do black. That might make it stand out better. I need to dry it a little bit better. But that's my little story of how we ended up here, and how I'm working for the construction company. Been with them for 20 years. We just did everything on the internet, and for a long time everything was by fax, because fax was the big thing back then. And now it's just email. And they used to mail me the packets of invoices. We don't have to do that anymore. They can just scan them in. It's so much easier. So that's my story. That's my story of how I moved to New Mexico for a few years. Okay, I think I'm going to just ink the edges. Let's do this part last and let it just dry a little bit more because it is still not quite dry. Every time I go to dry it, it's bubbling up on me. So let's just be patient with that. Let's get all this other stuff done. Let's put some little white dots in the eyeballs. And if you're not a designer, I would love if you would sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Okay, let me go ahead and put some white here. I think we're going to speckle this whole thing. I think it might look cute speckled. Okay, we do have to do some stuff on these guys. Okay, so we're going to do some things on our gingerbread and our tree and our heart. But let's get our little dot in the eye. And so I'm just taking a stylus and some white paint. And I'm going to go onto the eyeball, cheek. Okay, so there we go. There's that. All right, so let's do this. Let's do on the heart. Let's just do some little dots. Let's do some white dots. How about some tiny little white dots? Let's do 3. Let's do 3 little dots in groups. Let's just do groups of 3. And we're just kind of make a pattern. And this will just kind of break up the fact that it's just solid. So we're just going to give it a little bit of a pattern on here. And then we'll do something on the tree. And we'll do our gingerbread. Okay, so we do have a little bit of painting on these. Not a lot. All the base coating was done. So if you're just hopping on, you didn't miss all of that. I didn't do it live. I can tell you all the colors. Oops, I almost got the wrong color. So the red is Country Red. The let's get some more over here. I got a little carried away. The green is Jubilee. The yellow is True Ochre. Then we have our warm beige for the hands and the nose. We have honey brown for the gingerbread, and we have milk chocolate watered down for this part here on the sign. Okay, so on my tree, I want to do bigger. I want to do bigger. I want to get yellow. Where's my yellow? I need yellow for the dots. We're going to put light bulbs on there, basically. So here's my yellow. And the one I grabbed was Antique Gold, but it's close enough. We're going to put some big light bulbs on there. Okay, so we're going to use a bigger paintbrush. We're going to use the end of this one and do some light bulbs on there. But not a lot. Okay, so we don't want to have a ton of them, but they need to be bigger. Okay, so let's try that and see how that looks. Let me get my paper towel over here. And then we'll do our gingerbread guy. Hi, Carol. How are you? Hi, Pam. We're doing a cute little Santa that says, "We believe." We believe. We believe in Santa. If you don't believe in Santa, then Santa stops bringing presents. That's what I always said. You have to believe in Santa, or Santa stops bringing presents. Okay, I think I need to put another color in there. So let's do this. Let me pick another color. What color should I do? Orange, maybe. Orange would be good, right? Yeah, let's do orange lights. And I can just put that right in here. I'll just put a little bit right here. Oopsie, it was not stirred up. Okay, let's try that again. I'll shake it. Let me shake it. Let's redo that. Okay, let me just clean that out. All right. So, shake, shake, shake. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so let's put some little orange dots in there just to kind of fill that in, because there's open areas that I feel like need to have something. And they're kind of big dots. They're kind of big dots. So I'm going to have to be careful and not touch them. I'm going to try to dry it a little bit, and then I'll have to dry it more after we do our gingerbread. Okay, so our gingerbread is just going to be our regular little gingerbread like we always do. I'm going to see if I can find the little thing to do is cheekies in here. Hopefully I have one. Yep, I do. Okay. I have one right here to do cheekies on him. Let's try this some more. Let's try the eyeballs. We'll just go back and forth. Okay, so there's our cute little tree. We do need to ink the edges, so we do want these to be dry by the time that we ink them. Oh, did you see that? They bubbled up. That's okay. That's okay if they bubble up. Kind of gives them texture. They're getting dry. They're getting dry the fast way. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of push them back down. They kind of bubbled up. That's okay. I'm okay with that. It will be fine. So, this gives them texture. Okay, let's do our gingerbread cheekies. I'm just going to use red since I have it. I usually would use pink. I'm going to take my little dauber. Let's get off all the stuff that you have to believe to receive. Exactly. Exactly. I believe because I want to receive. Okay, so here's my cheekies. And we're going to do eyeballs and do black eyeballs. And then we'll do some hearts down the center. It's just going to be my standard little gingerbread guy. I'll do a mouth on him when we're all done. Gonna do some little hearts in the center. Let's use a bigger paintbrush here to do little hearts in the center. And then we'll do our frosting. So I'm just doing like little dip dot hearts. I'll use my stylus to kind of fix that because I feel like it needs to be just a little bit better. So I have my dots on there and everything, and now I'm going to grab my stylus and I'm just going to kind of smooth that out. Just kind of smooth it out, make it look like a better heart. Okay. Can you guys see? Let me go in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to do our frosting. Okay, so I'm going to just take my stylus. I'm going to dip it in my white paint, and I'm going to paint with my stylus. Okay. So I'm going to dip it multiple times, and I'm just going to go up, down with it, like in a little snake pattern, back and forth, okay? Like a snake. And then I'm just going to turn it, and we'll be drying him as well. And that's how I do my gingerbreads. A lot of times I'll do a little liner brush, but your stylus is just fine. Okay, so your stylus is fine to do this. I'm just dipping it in the paint. I'm gonna be careful with this side because I don't want to touch where my paint is. I'm being really strategic about where I'm putting that finger, and I'm trying to use some of that paint. There we go. Okay, let me just kind of dry him a little bit. We want to put a mouth on him. Isn't he cute? He is so adorable. That was super easy too. I love gingerbreads. Okay, so I'm going to dry him carefully. I'll dry these some more. We want to make sure everything is dry before we ink the edges. Dry those eyeballs up there some more. His is drying fairly quickly. I'm going to put a mouth on him. Okay, I think this is going to be adorable. Okay, so my marker is where? There's a marker right there. That would be a great transfer. Yes, that would be a great transfer. You have to believe to receive. Oh yeah, and we can turn in ideas, that would be a great one. Okay, I'm going to move my paint. I think we will be speckling, so I'll need that. I'm going to just do a mouth with a marker. Okay. So just paint a little smile right there. I'm gonna put little highlights on the cheekies with the tiniest end of my stylus. Gonna dip it in my white paint and gonna give him some highlights on his cheek, not in his eyeballs. His eyeballs are too small. Okay, so there's my cute little ginger. Isn't he adorable? I think he's really sweet. Literally, he's just a sweet one. Okay, so now we need to start inking things, but let's go out just a little bit. Let me do this. I'm going to dry this just a touch again, and I'm going to be grabbing a Q-tip. I might need one for my ink. Okay, so when I do my ink in certain areas. Okay, so I'm going to use ink, like black ink, brown. I think this is dry enough to do the edges. Yeah, it's pretty dry. Surprisingly, it dried really fast. Okay, I'm going to ink my edges of my little ginger. One of these days, I'm going to bring in another ink pad. I have a whole bunch of these in the other room that I use when I'm painting. Just going to ink the edges. So little pieces of the ink pad are falling off because this ink pad has been used so much. That's all that's wrong with it, is that, I mean, it's still working, but it's been used a lot. There's like little chunks out of it. Okay, so everything is going to get inked. So I'm going to just start doing that. Okay, this is dry enough to touch. I'm going to do all my edges, and then we will glue it together. This is going to be really cute. This is a fun one. I love this one. So all of my edges, and I'm choosing just to do everything with this color. You could use white if you wanted to. Definitely could do that. Here's my little holly leaves. It's pretty easy. I actually use that thumb a lot for that. you know, you think of, what do I really use my thumb for? There's a lot of motion when you're doing this stuff. My sister said, you know, most people say, well, at least it's not my dominant hand, but you use your other hand a lot. Okay, so this is I'm left-handed, but I'm turning all my stuff with my other hand and holding it. So you don't think about that when you have a little oopsie or something. You don't think about, how much do I really use that other hand? I use it quite a bit. I use it more than what I thought. when it's kind of restricted like this, it reminds you, oh yeah, I really actually do use my hand a lot. Okay, so I'm going to ink this heavily because I want this to really stand out, and I feel like it's going to be on the background. We are going to glue these onto here. So when I do the speckling, it's going to be before I glue that on. Okay, so because I don't want to speckle the greenery. I want the greenery to be green, not to be white. Which white wouldn't be so bad, but I don't want speckles all over it. Okay, so just inking this. This ink pad, if you haven't seen it before, this one is from Memento Luxe. Is the brand, and it is espresso truffle, and I like. Oh, have a great day, Deb. It is the one that I like to use the most, and occasionally I'll use white, or like we even used blue yesterday on the snowman. So occasionally I use other colors because they just are gonna look good, but this one looks good on almost every single thing. And it's falling apart because I have used this one literally for months and months every day. So just time to replace it. I just keep forgetting to bring a new one in. I need to send myself a little message, Darlene. Or next time I just need to go grab one from the other room because I have a bunch of them. When I order them, I order like 3 or 4 because I'll take them to my craft shows and leave them in my box in my craft show. Okay, this is the beard and the top of his hat, the furry part on his hat. So it's a little confusing to have it like that, but that is what it is. I'm going to kind of go like this to kind of make to differentiate between the hat part and his beard. So hope that makes sense. And then I'll just kind of go around this with the edge of it to just kind of. Okay, now we need to do our sign. And I need to do here really well across. So if I can't get it with this ink pad because it's so worn out, I'll use my Q-tip, but I'm hoping that I can get like a good, nice line across here. That's pretty good. That's what I wanted. I wanted a really dark line there. That's okay like that. And we are going to speckle everything. Okay, so going to speckle everything black and white, white and black. I need to get an appointment with my eye doctor. I really honestly need new glasses since I scratched these to heck. Okay, All right, all of our pieces there are good. We can glue together everything except for these things that are going to be on the greenery. So the hands are going to be on the greenery, the little gingerbread, the heart, and the tree. So those things cannot be glued on because they're going to go on to the greenery. Okay, everything else can be glued on. So let's glue everything else on. How are you, Mary? Hi, Karen. Hope you're starting to feel better. I know it's been a hard road for you this last week. Okay, I'm going to stand up to do this so that I know where to put the face opening. All right, so I'm going to just center that. There is a scoring there that is there for alignment. Okay, now he looks kind of freaky like that. Don't worry, because that mustache is going to go in there, and then the nose is going to go on top, and it's all going to pull it together. Okay, so you're going to go, oh, I see how it's supposed to be. I see how it's supposed to be. All right, so that goes right there, and then his nose goes on top, just like that. And then he has this white pom-pom ball right here. We're going to put Jude at the top. Okay, we're going to have We Believe and stars right here. Okay, so those are going to be there, just like that. And then this is going to be here. So we have our little holly leaf and our berries. There's only two. That's the way the pattern was. Okay, so maybe it needs to be sideways. No, it needs to go back. We'll just leave it like that. Okay, so that goes right there. And then this part, we are going to glue these guys on. So I think it's just straight on. Or maybe a little bit at an angle. Maybe just a little bit. Okay, so I can easily do this. The letters are thick enough that I can just put the glue right on the letters. And then we're going to speckle all this black and white. I just have to make sure I have toothbrushes available. I can see one right now on my table. I'm sure there's some in my drawer. Okay, so that's going to go right there. Okay, so he's going to be holding these. Okay, so his hands are going to go. You know what? I'm going to take a Clorox wipe. I got ink right in the center of that. The ink is water soluble. Don't worry. Just take a Clorox wipe or a paper towel and get that off. And then these guys are going to be in the center. So I think what I'll do is gingerbread on that side and that right there, and heart in the center. And it's going to be holding those. These probably should have gone just a little bit lower. We'll just scooch it a little bit lower. And then it'll be on a garland. Okay, so I'm going to get paper out here so that we can speckle. Okay, so let's move this for a second. We'll put down protective paper. Stay. My pieces are trying to move. Okay, I have paper here from before. Let me just lay this out to protect my surface, and we will speckle these things. Let me see if I have enough. I might have to get more. Might have to. Let's see. That might be enough to just do it right there. Okay, and I have black and white. I'll need some water in a container. I'll just get some dishes for water. I will actually need two. I need one more toothbrush. There's one more toothbrush right there. Okay, I need two because I need one for white and one for black. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my sign again. We're going to speckle it. And let me make sure that I'm not moving everything. I want everything to stay where it's supposed to be. Okay, and then let's put these guys down here. We're going to speckle black and white. Okay, isn't he so cute? He is super cute. Okay, this is where I'm probably going to get stuff on here. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to get it dirty the first day. Probably. Okay, I'm going to try not to. But, you know. You know how that goes. Okay, I need some water. Water's coming in. Water in the dish. Water in the dish. Okay. Okay, so take your toothbrush, dip it into the water, tap it onto your paper towel, dip it into your paint, tap it in the water, put it onto the paper towel, okay? Then you're going to pull your finger backwards, and you're going to speckle, okay? So little dots on your Santa and all the pieces, okay? So just move it around. And if you feel like it's not enough, it's too not big enough, then put a little more water, and that just makes your dots just a little bit bigger. And then we're going to put some black dots, okay? So make sure everything's covered that you want to be covered. You can always add some, but you can't take away. So be careful about how much you do. Okay, wipe your finger off. Grab your next little toothbrush in the water, on the paper towel, in the paint, on the paper towel, in the water, on the paper towel. Okay? Tap, tap, tap. Pull your finger back and kind of test it out. Make sure your dots aren't too big. Okay, that looks pretty good. It needs to be just a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I want to make sure the beard has a lot of the dots on it, and keep moving that around, and then we'll dry. Okay, that looks good. I love this look. I think it's cute. I might do some of the other ones without speckles. I have 3 more to paint, and I'm going to try to get them done for the sale tomorrow night. So I chose this project because it had less painting for me. I'm going to move all this stuff, and let's dry this. Oh, I spilled water. Yep, don't do that. Don't spill water on your project. As I carried it across, don't carry water across your project, because you might be Darlene. You might be like me and spill. All right, let me dry really quickly, especially the water area. It still looks cute. And then we'll assemble this, and then we'll be done, guys. All right, isn't this cute? How fun is this one? When I had this at my craft show, it sold like immediately. I had this one at the preschool craft show, and it was gone so quickly. Somebody really liked it. I only had one. I only did one that I did like a sample so that my granddaughter knew what colors to paint to base coat. Okay, let's take all this stuff up. Let's move our paper towels. We're going to use those for another project. I'm sure sometime this week. I just fold them up. Okay, so all of this is going to go onto a garland. And do I have my wire cutters in here? I hope. I do. I know I do. Here they are. Here they are. Okay, so you want it to kind of go like this a little bit like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it on there first, and then I will trim it down when I'm all done. Okay, or I can trim it now. I'm going to know that the hands are going to go right there. Okay, maybe I should trim it down first. Okay, so let's trim it down. Let's trim it. It's going to be under the hands right there. Perfect. Okay, so I will have these. If you order the kit, you will get the garland stuff with it. Okay, so I wanted the heart to be center. Maybe, yeah, heart's going to be center. Maybe gingerbread should be first, and then like this. You know what? I need to fix my ginger. He looks like he's crying. I need to grab some of that paint. Sometimes when you speckle, guys, sometimes you will get a drop of paint in the wrong place. It actually looks like he's crying. I'm going to take just a little touch of the honey brown, and I'm going to fix his eyeball. So there's a little black dot that's right below that eyeball. So all I did was I just took a little dot of the honey brown color and fixed it. Otherwise, he looked like he was crying. Okay, I have my hot glue gun plugged in. So here's what I can do. I need to glue this down on here first. So let's do this. Let's just do a thing of glue, just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to run a bead of glue, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this down on it. Don't stick your fingers on that, okay? That's going to be really hot. Immediately, I'm going to do all these things, okay? So I'm going to glue this on here, right in the center, that one's center, and then my gingerbread is going to be on this side over here, okay? And then my tree's on this side. I'm going to need another glue stick. So let me grab another glue stick. All right, and then I'll do the hands. So one hand on each side. I'll just put some glue right here and some glue right here. Okay, so press it down into that. Press these down. It's still hot. It takes a little while for that to cool, so I'm just going to press all of them down. And there's some little glue strings. So remember what you do with the glue strings. You take your heat gun and just hit it with the heat gun, and those glue strings will disappear. Okay, I think that what I want to do is I want to flip this over, and I'm going to reinforce where the hands are. So let's trim this off. This little piece here is extra. Trim that off. And what I'll do is I'm going to just put a little bit of extra glue right in here. Okay. And then we're going to put the jute at the top. All right. So I'm going to grab my jute. And we can do that while it's flipped over like this, because when I flip it back over, that glue is going to be in the way. So tie a knot. And then I'm going to feed it up through the other side. Okay, twist, twist, twist. And I'll feed it up through there. Okay, and then I'll feed it through down, and we'll tie our little knot. I'm going to make it so that it's the right length. So we don't want it to be too long. You don't want your hanger too long. I usually do it about like that. So my knot needs to be about right about there so I can pull it back. So tie your knot. Okay, and then you're going to trim that off. Okay, so, and then pull that up. All right, and then we can flip this back over now. And I'll hit this with the hot glue gun, and all those little things will disappear on the other side. I'm going to hold it up, though, because that glue is still going to be drying. So I'm going to hit this with the hot glue gun. All those little glue strings are going to shrink up and be gone. You aren't going to see them. And be careful of your garland. Did you see that? My garland started to melt a little bit. Be careful of your garland. Let's not do that. My garland started to shrink up. Okay, so don't do that. All right, so we're done. We're done. I'll put a little piece in there to replace that. We have some right here. I will just glue this right in here. Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. This little piece right here started to shrink up a lot. So I'm going to just glue a little tiny piece right in there. Are we dry enough? We're dry enough to lay it down. Okay, so I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. The fact that it is plasticky. Okay, so I'm gluing a little piece in there. Let me grab a little squeegee. And then, you guys, don't be me. Don't be like I was. Okay, so there we go. Gonna fix that. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little piece right in there. That's funny. I saw it going. It's like, oh no. Oh no. You can't, That was just not the right thing to do. Okay, I just need a little tiny piece in there. How funny. It is a Monday. It's a Monday after all, guys. It is a Monday for sure. Okay, just gonna put a little piece in there just to take the place of what I melted. Oh my goodness. Oh, you have 5 deer in your backyard. Ooh, that's awesome, Deb. I hope you took pictures. Okay, so I am just replacing that little piece that I just melted, and I'm taking my stylus, or not, no, I'm taking my little squeegee and just pressing that in. Don't do it with your finger. You will burn yourself. Okay, those are the only areas that got melted. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, looks good. We're all done. We're going to just pick off those glue strings. We're not going to use our heat gun on that. That was not a good idea. And let me just show you. I think it turned out really cute. I love it. I love it. There we go. Okay. Going a little bit closer. My hair is a fright this morning. Sorry, guys. I did brush my hair. But some days it doesn't look like I did anything. He is so cute. I love him. I think this is super cute. What do you think? Do you like him? I'm going to give myself some hearts here. If you love it, give me some hearts. I would love some hearts from you guys. Don't forget to unplug your glue gun. Thank you. Going to do it right now because you know how I am. I believe. All right, guys. I'm going to go and you guys have a wonderful day. It is Monday, so be careful out there. We know how Mondays can be. My Mondays, I try to never, ever commit to anything on a Monday. Because they always get cray-cray. I have lots of orders in the queue. I haven't even looked this morning. But when I went to bed last night, I was working on orders, and they were coming in as fast as I was getting them done. Okay, it looks like it slowed down just a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to get caught up. There's only 42 orders in the queue. All right, guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. It's always so fun to spend time with you guys. I love this time of my day. It is my favorite time of day to create and be with you guys. You are the best. I love you so much. Take care. Have a wonderful day. You guys are amazing. Love you. Bye.